Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is the advice stream. I'm your host, JeremyInternational. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. The advice stream is the stream where we play old video games and we give advice. I've got some questions that have come in from the internet, but if you would like to seek advice on this evening's episode, head on over to JeremyInternational.com. There's a contact form you can use to reach out that way, and I will read your question anonymously on the internet, on the air, as it were, and then me and the community at home will discuss your conundrum and hopefully help you out. Hey, Jugsy's here. Jugsy says, ding. Jugsy's on Twitch. Jugsy says, I sacrificed an old microphone to the microphone gods for old men. Zero issues. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna have Oldman on in just a minute. Oldman is joining us back after having some audio difficulties over the last couple weeks. We are back. We've tested everything out, and it should be fine. More than fine, it should be great. I'm excited about it. We are going to be playing interesting game tonight, a game that I've never played, but I've had for a little while. It's a Xbox 360 game. Xbox 360, most Xbox 360 games are supported on the Xbox One and the current gen Xbox Series X, but this game is not. So I have dusted off my old Xbox 360 to play this game specifically. It is Warhammer 40k Space Marine. You can see it right here if you want to. I have a weird relationship with 40k that we'll probably talk about Warhammer 40k. That we'll probably talk a little bit about as the show goes on. Hey, Amir. Amir says, hey, Jeremy, hope your week started great. My week did start great. My kid, who's almost 4, is on spring break, and none of our other childcare solutions were available for this week. We don't plan in advance very well, as I'm sure lots of you don't either. So I've taken the week off, and I am mostly on single parent, and our kid is a blast. And we're having lots of fun. She gets a little emotional at times, but who doesn't? We had a really good time today. We're going to go to the hardware store tomorrow, which she seems to be excited about. My birthday is coming up in a few weeks, and this is all I want. This is all I want for my birthday. I want to redo my video game setup. I want to make it so that everything is plugged in and beautiful and just works, and I just flip a switch, maybe 2 at the most. And then any one of my 17 video game consoles will just work on my big TV right away. So that's what I am working on for my birthday. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm excited about it, and therefore the trip to the hardware store tomorrow. But I am excited. I just got in the mail a 16-to-1 HDMI switch, so I can plug in 16 HDMI devices on this gadget. And then one HDMI cable comes out to go on my TV. And that is a beautiful thing to behold. I'm very excited to set that up. We're going to introduce our guests in just a moment. But before we do, I just wanted to make a plug for our unofficial sponsor for the week. This episode of the Advice Stream is unofficially brought to you by being patient with yourself. How can you ever expect to meet other human beings with empathy and kindness if you can't do it for yourself first? This is the overall theme of my mental health journey. And if it's not something that you feel confident about, I suggest you consider it a little bit. Be patient with yourself. It's okay when things are rough, you're having a hard time. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to quit sometimes too if you got to. But you gotta, I'm assuming everyone watching this show out there kind of leans into kindness and compassion and empathy towards their fellow human being, except for fascists. And if you're like that, the best way to practice that is to start with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Without further ado, let's get here we go. Let's get our guest up for the evening. And our guest, as per usual, is Oldman, king of the internet. Hey, Oldman, how's it going?
That's going all right. I just looked at my phone, and I have a note on there for myself that says, be easy on yourself. So that's pretty similar.
Same difference. Yeah, same thing. Be easy on yourself. Be patient with yourself. Life's hard for everybody. Even the richest person in the world Is that Bezos? I'm sure that he has a rough day sometimes. So we should be patient with ourselves. I have a really a hard time doing that personally, but I'm working on it. How's it going, old man?
It's going okay. I've been having a bit of a temper tantrum over the last month, and that's why I haven't been on here. But I calmed down. I had my juice. I had my applesauce. Took a nap.
Uh huh.
Feeling a lot better.
Well, you know what I always say, old man. If you're not feeling well, you should eat an apple, and applesauce doesn't count. But if it works for you,
Doesn't?
applesauce doesn't count, man. If you're feeling sick, if you got a little tummy ache or you're not feeling right in the head, eat an apple. But applesauce doesn't count. You got to eat a real apple.
Well, I was going for the cinnamon applesauce for the extra lead content. I don't know if you heard about that.
Lead. Yeah, lead
Yeah, it's
is one
important.
of the vitamins. Vitamin PB.
Vitamin L.
Yeah,
Oh, vitamin PB. That's
yeah.
right.
There's
That's right.
a periodic table joke for you. It's good to see you though. Oh my god, I just splashed beer all over my face. I'm not having a whiskey tonight. I'm just having a beer. I've been a few days alcohol free, but I think I'm going to treat myself
Good
to
for
a
you.
little beer. Mir says, "Old man getting ready to spring clean with all those books." Do
Yeah,
you,
your project is to get. Sorry, your project is to get all your video game stuff together, and my project has been to get all of these books labeled with Dewey Decimal
Ooh,
and
you're
then
using
arrange
the
them
Dewey
in that
Decimal
way.
System, huh?
All of these books are labeled now, every single one.
So you do the Dewey Decimal System for your own personal library.
But that's the plan.
Fascinating. Yeah. Wow. I prefer, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show before or not. I went to grad school. I have a master's degree in library science. One of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't advise doing that. So, but I've come up with my own classification system for my books. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like me and my partner's books, when you put them together, it creates kind of weird, unexpected, unique categories. But having I just have broad like category topics, and then I put everything in alphabetical order by the author's last name within that topic. But that the using the Dewey Decimal System. Also, you have a lot more books I can say than we do. I've gotten
I
rid of a
used to
lot.
do the same thing that you did. I had it just vaguely by my own lights, where it belonged,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that works. But I find it calming to go through stacks and stacks of books and
No,
arrange them and
absolutely.
label them.
I do that with my video games a lot. Is just figure out different ways to organize them and just kind of I mean, that's the fun thing about collecting is, and you like immerse yourself in your collection. I miss having
Mm-hmm.
a lot of books. I moved around so much and had so many little tiny apartments. I've gotten rid of so many, but now that we have a little bit of space, we've been replenishing our book supply. My favorite subject title for our personal library that we have is masturbatory academia is a category that I have in my personal library because we have.
I got plenty of that here too.
Yeah, I'm sure all of us on the stream and at home have lots of books that could fit into that category. Amira says, I also wanted to pursue a librarian sort of degree at some point. Seemed like such a peaceful and fulfilling thing to do. It may very well be, Amir. I've never actually worked in a library before. Most of my
My ex-wife does. And let me tell you, Amir, you think it's peaceful, but then the work drama comes into your life.
yeah,
Those librarians.
it's my understanding that most of my friends from grad school that work in public libraries have to do a lot of really challenging customer service for people that don't have any other place to go, or have some kind of profound illness, or out on the streets or whatever. And I have a hard enough time getting through my day physically day to day. I didn't think that was a good fit for me. Most of